channel. My name is Bree. We're all new here. I'm new here. If you're watching this, thank you so much for coming along with me on this journey as I continue to crochet and make things and just document this part of my life. I have always loved art and I've never really been good at any of it. Painting, drawing, music. I just love it all, but it wasn't until crochet that I found something that I truly enjoy and I'm also decent at. I've started crocheting in August, so I still consider myself a beginner, but in this video, we're gonna be going over everything I've crocheted so far. We've got some hats, some plushies, some tapestries, and a couple of book-related things because I am a book girly. You will see that in some of my content. I like to make a lot of things that also tie back into my love for books. I have a lot of things planned with like some book bundles. Some of my first ones are gonna be like for the summer I turned pretty, and Binding 13 is one of my favorite books of all time, as well as 1,000 Boy Kisses. So that's neither here nor there. Yeah, let's get into it. I didn't put everything in here I have crocheted because I did a lot of like knickknacks and stuff, but yeah. Are you guys ready? It's gonna be fun. I threw away all of my very first things I crocheted, like my first chain or my first square. So just to review, I think when I started, I made 1 square of single crochet, 1 square of double crochet, and 1 square of half double crochets. So I made 3 squares and I was like, oh yeah, I got this, y'all. I didn't have it, but I have said this, you'll hear me say this in other videos. I have this delusional sense of what I can and can't do for things I've never done before, and it kind of helps me. I think I can do pretty much anything I put my mind to. I end up quitting more than half of it, but yeah, so in this case, it worked out. I made some squares and I loved it, and I was like, ooh, I can do this. But yeah, I also made like 50 magic rings because they were so hard. I remember almost wanting to quit trying to make these magic rings, and then I sat there and I was like, you know what? I'm not gonna let this yarn beat me. Like, I can do this. So I sat on my couch after I put my daughter to sleep and I just made magic ring after magic ring. It took me like 3 or 4 videos to find what worked for me because there's so many different ways to make a magic ring, but I was able to go ahead and find one that I liked, that I was able to do. If I can remember the creator, I will put it down below because you guys, I watched like 4 or 5, 6 videos and none of them were really working for me, but this one lady's video, it just clicked. So yeah, without further ado, let's get into it. We're gonna start from the beginning with, I started with book stuff. So let's start there. First thing I ever crocheted was, and you guys are gonna see my sense of delusion comes in. The first thing I ever crocheted was a book cover. This was my first ever creation. I knew immediately that I wanted to be able to do color work. I had watched a lot of videos before investing in crochet, and I knew I wanted to be able to change colors. So I was like, what better way to learn how to change colors than changing colors every 4 stitches, okay? So with this pattern, I found it on YouTube. I'll put it down below. There was this girl, she was making a checkered book sleeve, and I was like, I can do that. So as you can see, it's crooked. It's not even straight on the border. It doesn't even fit the whole book. And it's supposed to be checkered, but it's kind of diagonal. Why? I don't know. I never retried to make this. And then I thought it looked boring. So I was like, let me add some puffy flowers. These sad little flowers. But yes, this was my first crochet creation and we love her. I'm not gonna get rid of her. She's not perfect, but yeah. I put It Ends With Us in here because it was pink and I love that book. If you know, you know. If you don't, that's fine too. So yeah. It Ends With Us, first ever crochet project. My next crochet project was this bookmark. I still hate strawberries to this day because of this bookmark. I struggle so bad with like the seeds. It's so difficult, and you can see like my little center is coming off here. So she needs some work, and I used a really cheap yarn that I had gotten off of Amazon. I don't work with this yarn anymore. It's not very good, and that's probably why this looks so iffy. But maybe I'll retry another strawberry. Put down in the comments if you want to see an updated strawberry, because I hate strawberries, and I also hate sea turtles, which you'll find out later. But yeah, my next book related project was this baby. Now, this is the 4th iteration of this design. I was following along to some YouTube videos, but I just could not understand them. It was not working out. So I purchased a pattern off Etsy. I don't remember the creator. I don't like this, guys. The pattern is great. The creator, it was super easy to understand, but I don't think they look like strawberries. Like, we were joking about it, if they were tomatoes or like little red chilies, like, I don't know, but we don't love her, but we were learning, okay? So it's okay. I told myself in the beginning I would give myself like 20 terrible projects, and if I was still terrible, I would just quit. And safe to say, I'm still crocheting, and I think I've done more than 20 projects, and I love it. And I've gotten a lot better. The book inside of here is Throttle, just because it had red on it, and I just grabbed the first book I saw. Yeah. Now we're going to move on to hats. I went and did hats next. Why? I don't know. But the first ever hat I made was for my eldest daughter. She has worn that hat like to the ground, so I can't show it. If I have a picture of her in it, I'll insert it. But it was basically a Care Bear bucket hat, similar to this one. This is for my youngest daughter, Ari. And it's Grumpy Bear, because if you know, you know. And yeah, I tried to embroider her name on the side. Does it say Ari? Does it say Anai? I don't know. But it's supposed to say Ari. She won't wear the hat because she doesn't like hats. But yeah, it didn't stop me from trying again. I did make her another hat. I made 3 of these. I made another one. It was Sunshine Bear, and I gifted it to a friend's daughter. So yeah, bucket hats. I got this pattern off Etsy. It is an amazing pattern. The next hat that I made was this hat. I know what you're thinking. That's a square. I could actually turn this into a book sleeve. It would be a really big book sleeve, but it's a hat. Okay, I measured this based on my head, y'all, because I have such a big head, and I was following a YouTube video, and the lady was like, yeah, measure your head, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, 44 chains, that's a lot, because I think hers was like 30. But yeah, I'm not even gonna put it on. I was going to, but we're not gonna bother. You guys, I have a big head. I went ahead and gave it to my daughter. She can barely fit it. She likes it. I really like how it's ombre. This yarn from Lion Brand is super cute. But yeah, safe to say we're not wearing her. I would remake her smaller, because even though, you know, my head's big, whatever, it needs to be a bit smaller. The next hat I crocheted was this hat, and this hat is the devil. I had to make this 7 times. And it's no fault to the pattern artist. She was great. It's like a make a hat in 30 minutes video. And the first 3 tries, I was using a different pattern video. I don't even know. And the second ones, it was really all my fault. I wasn't looking or listening to her directions. And my daughter also has a fairly big head. So the first one I created, it was perfect, but it was too small for her. So I was like, oh, I can just go ahead and add some chains, make it a little bit larger, but I added it along the length. So the next hat that I made, it was so tall. She had like a cone head. So I was like, okay, let me make it again. This was that hat. It was a little bit shorter, and then it was too wide. So I was like, and I honestly debated not remaking this hat, but I was like, I'm not gonna let this stop me. I get very determined, y'all, and like, I'm not gonna let the yarn win, okay? So that was my thought process. I know, goofy, but I went ahead and made it that 7th time, and this one fits perfectly. It's the perfect length, it's the perfect width. It could be honestly a little bit smaller, but she'll grow into it, so I'm not mad at it. Added the little puff, and it's not wobbly, which happened on my first couple of hats, so I'm really happy with this. I'll let her wear it out. Yeah. let's get into plushies. Everyone loves plushies. I am not gonna show all of my plushies here because I've already shown my scrump. And I think I had a duck somewhere that I'm not gonna show because it's my daughter's and she sleeps with it. I made it a lovey. If I have a picture, I'll put it here. But yeah, my very first plushie. This was my very first plushie. I was so proud of this. It's not even blanket yarn, okay? She's cute. She's cute. She's a cow with a strawberry purse. And I lied earlier. I said I didn't make any more strawberries. I made this one. I still hate strawberries. I hated this. I don't like the seeds. They're so hard to me. Like, comment down below. Do you think strawberries are hard? Because they just are. And sea turtles, which we'll get to, are so hard. But here is this cow. I got the pattern off YouTube. At this point, I don't think I could even read patterns, you guys. I was just watching YouTube videos. But she's cute. This was my first time doing the rounds with the chain. And so there is some gapping in there since I have learned some techniques to kind of close those gaps. And I love her. I would never give her away. Obviously, I would never throw her away. Her horns are really far back. The pattern was super easy to follow though as a beginner. It had some sewing, but yeah, this is my strawberry cow. I should remake one in blanket yarn because she's so cute. Okay, on to my next plushie. So I didn't just start with a sea turtle because I can't just be doing basic things, right? At least that's what I tell myself. I was like, I really want to make a peach sea turtle and I thought I could do it. I didn't think it was going to be that hard. And here you guys go. This is my peach sea turtle. Okay. She's missing an eye because at this point, I guess I didn't learn about safety eye safety and it fell out. But yeah, I don't love her. What was hard about this turtle? So I bought the pattern off Etsy. It's for a bundle. And so far, it was my most challenging pattern that I had. I think it was my first time working with an actual pattern. And so that was complicated. I find the fins to be so difficult to know like which way they're supposed to be facing and things like that. Like, I don't even know right now if these fins are on correctly. I don't know. Her head is really pointy. It's not supposed to be like that. I feel like her peach butt, it just doesn't look good. I like the little leaf though. She's giving leaf. But yeah, this is my sea turtle who made me hate making sea turtles. Maybe I'll try again because I have a pattern. I mean, I have a bundle pattern that has like all the different fruits. Maybe the peach just wasn't for me. This is also orange. So I guess it could be an orange, but the little peach butt takes away from that. So yeah, there's my turtle. She's something. And then I made Sunny Bunny. I love Sunny Bunny, y'all. When I made this is when I realized like, wow, I could actually make something good. And she's not even perfect. At this point, I didn't know how to stuff well. So she's not stuffed very well. Her neck is wobbly. But I like her little leaf bow. She's supposed to be like dressed kind of like a carrot in her little overalls. Her embroidered nose. Like, I just love this plushie because it was like the start of my love for making plushies. The other two plushies are cute. I love my cow. The sea turtle's fine, but this was like, oh my gosh, I like this. She's so cute. So yeah, that is Sunny the bunny. One of my last two plushies I'm going to show is the bear ghost. I made him when I was bored one day. He was super quick. I really like him. I got this pattern off Instagram. And I just think he's so cute in his little ghost outfit. Is he perfect? No, he's not. But he's just cute. We love him. Next, we have Grr from Invader Zim. His ears don't stick up. They're supposed to, but that's okay. I'll hold him up for you guys to get the full effect. This is Grr. He was so fun to make. I love his little zipper. He is supposed to have a tongue, but I didn't have the yarn, and then by the time I got the yarn, I was over the project. I have ADD, so once I'm over it, I'm over it. I couldn't even come back to it. I should probably put a tongue on there, guys, but I'm not going to. I'm not even gonna lie. I'm not going to do it because I'm already over it. So yeah, but he's cute. I like him. I did his eyes like this because I don't like to use too many safety eyes since I have a baby in the house. And yeah, there he is. I did forget about this one. I made this drawstring bag. It was supposed to be for my daughter. She wanted a bag for her headphones. Y'all, this is huge. So I was like watching a video on YouTube and I was like, oh, I can make that. And for whatever reason, hers came out like really small and mine came out really large. At that point, I wasn't versed on like yarn size and hook size and how that could affect your project. I could remake this, but I don't want to. I don't like making the same thing twice. I could remake this for her. I probably will. As you can see, like my flower, it's like inside out because I didn't know how to do it at that point. This is one of my very first projects, actually. You know, she's much bigger than she's supposed to, but she's functional. She works. So yeah. Lastly, we are gonna move on to my absolute favorite. Can you guess what it is? It's tapestry. So I only have 2 tapestries to show and one of them's not even finished. One is my very first one and one is my second one. And of course I overdid it with the pattern. I created both of these patterns on Stitch Fiddle, and the second pattern is massive and I ran out of yarn and I haven't repurchased it because I've moved on to making some Lisa Frank patterns. So cute. And yeah, I'll show those in another video when I talk about making that cardigan for my daughter. But yes, you'll see the progress, I guess, in my tapestry making, because between the first one and the second one, there are massive improvements. But because the second one's not done, I feel like you're not getting the full effect, but that's okay. But yeah, so here is my first ever tapestry. She's not done. I don't finish anything, do I? I need to work on that. I didn't have the dowels. So I do have them now. They're in the closet. I got some bigger ones and I need my husband to cut them. So once he cuts them, I will be able to hang this. But yeah, she's cute. It's Hebrews 11:1. Now faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. It is my favorite scripture, or one of them. So I wanted to have this and I'm gonna hang it on the wall eventually once I get it on. But also look at my super cute stitch markers. This is a gummy bear set that I made. There's 4 of them, but the other 2 are on different projects. Stop swinging. The other 2 are on different projects. They're so cute and they're so fun. And I like making them. They just make it more fun to crochet. And yeah, my first tapestry. My second tapestry, not only did I create the pattern, and then on top of that, I wanted to do a cutout tapestry. If you've ever seen those, I'll put a picture. They basically they're not a square. They follow the shape of whatever you're making. And so this was supposed to be a ticket. It's not done. The thing is huge and I love it. I'm gonna finish it because I really wanna see it all the way through and then just see what it's gonna look like. So right now I'm getting it ready. It is still attached to all of the bobbins. I didn't have enough bobbins, so I did have to go out of my way and create more bobbins so that way I could keep the project together. But here she is. I don't know why all my projects are girls, but here she is. This is gonna say admit 1 and then make heaven crowded. And I just love this. I think the pink is the perfect color for a ticket. If you've ever had a raffle ticket with the pink and the red and the black, and the font on this is beautiful. When it's done, I think people are really gonna love it. And you can see down here, the edges are curled, but it's supposed to like follow the cutout of a ticket. I think what I'm gonna do once it's done is go in when I do my border and then just obviously just clean it up, and it's gonna look really cute. I'm so excited for her. All right, you guys, so that is everything I have crocheted as a beginner. I did leave some items out, but that's because I think I've showed more than enough of kind of where I started from. I wanted to show some things that I was really proud of and some things that, you know, I took as a learning opportunity to continue to grow and become a better crocheter. But I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please like, comment, subscribe. I would really like to reach, you know, 100 subscribers, obviously 500 subscribers, 1,000, whatever, you know, Lord willing, I will get to. I feel like I have something worth showing and sharing, so I am taking a chance to do that. And if you feel like my content is for you, I ask that you please follow and engage. And yeah, I just want to build my own little corner of the internet. Yeah, so if you want to be a part of that, I will see you in my next video. I will be posting once a week on YouTube if I can manage it, but please give me a follow on my other socials, TikTok and Instagram. I will post more over there. And yeah, thank you for watching. Bye.